Hello everybody and welcome to a Minecraft Tips and Tricks. Yeah, this is my FTB Skies world that I'm currently playing on. Yeah, I'm really enjoying it too. This is a new Skyblock mod pack that the FTB team came up with. It's in the launcher, so if you're interested in playing a Skyblock mod pack, you can get it in the FTB launcher. This one's a little bit different too, which is I'm really enjoying it. It's the game mechanics are a little bit different in this. I'll show you that here in a minute. I'm still pretty early game, as you can probably tell. Don't really have a whole lot going up. One of the big mods in here that I haven't really used a whole bunch is I get all these animals spawning because of the grass. Is the pedestal mod. So yeah, this is my little tree farm using the pedestal mod. So yeah, I'm enjoying this pedestal mod actually because it really is interesting. Let me turn this music down a little bit. I've been playing by myself, right? So the how about that? So yeah, I enjoy the music myself, but yeah, so that's my little tree farm here. The way these work is you've got a planter and a chopper. Basically, you put the saplings in the planter, and I've got an item collector there. That's what that is. It's actually got an inventory as well. It'll pick up stuff and throw it in the chest here. And basically what you do is you have what's called a work area, and you just define the work area for these to work in. So I've got the little thing up there, so basically it's like that top corner up there and then this bottom corner down here. That kind of defines the work area. And the item collector will pick everything up, put it in the chest, and then the saplings get recycled back to the planter that will replant those saplings for you. Really nice little system. And I've got 915 logs in there, so yeah, kind of crazy. And this is the I've never used this before either. This is the integrated dynamics crafting terminal, and I've got it hooked up to my storage stores here. That's that little thing there. And yeah, it'll access everything. It's kind of reminds me of refined storage in a way. You've got just the grid, but then you've got the crafting grid and stuff here. You know, you can't auto-craft anything, of course, but it's got all kinds of setups here. Really nice system. I've never used that before, so I'm enjoying using that as well. Another little different mod. But anyways, let's get to, like I said, I'm early game. The wind generators were my early game in this here. Early game power. Kind of set it up here. Yeah, those things work really well. They produce a lot of energy. But, you know, I went to the old standard gas generator, of course. Now, you have to do it a little bit differently in this pack. There's no botany pots or anything, right? And I haven't found any watermelon seeds. There are villages here. If I could go over here, you can just make out the village up there. You can just see it. They're custom villages. Yeah, so there are villages, but I have not found any melons or anything. You know, I don't really know how you would use the melons anyways in a automated basis because there's no botany pots or anything. So what I'm doing is I'm using the pedestal. You get the spore blossom if you sift leaves. If you sift leaves with the meshes through the sifter, I'll show you that here in a second. It's so loud. But if you put the spore blossom on there, you get the moss blocks, and then basically what you do is you link this up with this, and it gets down in here, and you get the moss block going, and it creates the biofuel, which of course, you know, creates the ethylene along with the hydrogen that's generated over here. So yeah, this is the kind of the standard go-to setup you know, before you get into like reactors and stuff. So yeah, and of course I've this thing produces, as you can see, it produces about 80,000 FE per tick. So so I've got tons and tons of power. And early game, I'll tell you. Okay, so I've got Flux Networks, and these things. Every once in a while, you get one of these. It's, I don't know. It's something to do with Forcecraft. I don't even know what Forcecraft is, but yeah, you get those sticks every once in a while. But I went with the cyclic wireless power system here. Flux Networks is a bit of a chore to get into. So this was my early game wireless networks, and basically you have these energy distributors, like energy transfer nodes, and you make these GPS data cards, and you shift and right click on the machine that you want, and then you pop it in here, and it will start powering that machine. I've never used that, but I really like it. It'll hold this many here. There's 9 of them, I think, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you hold 8, but you can add more, you know, and they're really simple to, pretty straightforward to make. So it's a really good early game wireless network, and I definitely recommend you to go with that if you're going to play this mod pack. Okay, so Flux Networks. I wanted to get into Flux because I've got as you can see, I've got the jetpack, and I wanted wireless, and I've got the Flux board, and I wanted wireless charging for it. Let me bring it up though. But I'll tell you what, it's not as simple to get into as you kind of think it is. For example, the Flux plug, the recipe's the same, but if you look at and that's the same too. You get the flux dust and stuff. But this is how you get the flux dust. You have to use a metallurgic infuser, and you have to have obsidian dust. And the only way to get obsidian dust, you can go through the mechanical squeezer. That'll work. You can use Create, but you can also use the enrichment chamber to get obsidian dust. So, and of course, that requires obsidian, either cryogenic obsidian or regular obsidian. You can also do it with the multi-servo with an unpacking die as well. Yeah, that's probably the easiest way to do it. And I do have the multi-servo over here. That guy right there. But you need tons and tons of obsidian. So, yeah, so obsidian's kind of the thing in this. So how do you generate obsidian? Well, there's several different ways of doing it. If you look in the material, if you go to the pedestals and look at this, see, that's cool. Let's get to obsidian here. Oh, by the way, there's the spore blossom. If you put the spore blossom underneath, you get the moss block. It's down here somewhere. I probably just should have looked up obsidian. That would have been easier. Oh, here we go. It requires cryogenic obsidian and lava. So, yeah, it's kind of a thing. Oh, by the way, these guys keep spawning. If you put a diamond block, a fairy will come along and turn it into an amethyst, budding amethyst, but those endermites pop out of it. But when you kill them, you get stone. You get endstone, which is really nice, because you can make endstone right here, endstone, and you get the endstone bricks will give you endstone, and then you crush it, and you can get the sift it and get your ender pearls and what else? You get ender pearls and something else. What is it? Oh well, I don't know. I've got the amethyst meshes here, but this is how you generate. This is how you generate your resources. You use these create sifters with a mesh on it, and there's different tiers of meshes. I've got amethyst mesh. I'm up to the amethyst mesh, but I think one of these actually has a mana steel mesh on it because I didn't want the extra drops that the amethyst gave you. Now you notice I've only got gravel, which gives me the basic resources, and I've got a factory machine, elite factory, going here, and it's keeping up just fine. I was going to go to ultimate, but the elite works just fine. I've got now all of this is going into my storage stores, by the way. That's what all this is. And you get the the soul sand will get you the nether quartz and that kind of stuff. I'm not doing dirt because I don't want any of that stuff. That dirt comes along. I need to do like regular sands. Over here, I've got cobblestone generating, and it goes into the system. This chest here is actually hooked underneath to the. Hooked underneath to the main line to the. See if you look under here, you can see it there. So yeah, it's hooked under. These are those trapped. Framed trap doors, and I've got them looking like stone. So yeah, this is how you generate resources. And I got this here. This is just this one is just whatever I need to sieve, like the leaf blocks to get the spore flowers. So yeah. So and I've got a steam engine running it here. Oh, don't look at this. Don't look at that. Yeah, look at this. I completely missed the. I did not line it up right at all, and I was like, I'm not moving that, and I'm not moving that. So yeah, it's really janky, but just don't look at it. Pretend like it's not there. We'll never speak of it again. We will not speak of that again. So anyways, this is how I'm generating obsidian. And this actually works really good. Now, you can generate lava in a couple different ways. You can use the squeezer to squeeze down blaze powder, and that will get you lava. And there's a mechanical squeezer that you can automate it. But I'm using the magma crucible. So I've got the pedestal here, material pedestal, generating netherrack. Now, if you put it on a nether brick, it will generate the netherrack. And of course, this is linked to my pedestal here, which is dropping it down into the magma crucible here. And I've got this augmented, so it goes a little bit quicker. I need to add one more of the flunk linkage on here. I've got this one filled up, but I need to put another one in there to get that going a little bit quicker. I mean, energy isn't a problem. This will really use up a lot of energy, but it's not an issue. I've got more energy than I can possibly use at the moment. So, yeah, with that gas burning generators producing 80,000 FE per tick, and it's just I'm not even close to using any of the. Everything's running at max right now. So yeah, I've got tons and tons of energy, which is why you should always do the mechanism gas generator. It's great, and it's relatively easy to get into as well. But I got the magma crucible generating lava for me, and then that's going into the blast chiller, and then the blast chiller will basically create the obsidian. You can saw it there real quick. It kind of goes through right there, the obsidian, and then the obsidian gets routed up to my my storage system, like so. And then you need the powdered obsidian, or the whatever it's called, the obsidian dust. Yeah, so you need the obsidian dust. And again, you can use it with the multi-servo or the enrichment chamber. That'll give you 4. The multi-servo will give you 9, so that's kind of a better way of doing it. But then in order to create the flux dust, you have to run it through the you have to run it through the metallurgic confuser, and there isn't any other way of doing that. Come on, why is it not giving it to me? Uh-oh. I wonder if I'll crash. Is my something's messed up here. I'm not sure what's going on there. Oh, I need to put a upgrade in that too. Oh, you know what? Let me I've got one right here. Avoid upgrade. I need to add a one of these guys in here. There we go. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on. I might have to reboot, but let me finish what I was saying here. Yeah, so you need the blast chiller, and the blast chiller requires. Let me see if this will work. Here we go. The blast chiller. It requires packed ice. Now, I don't have Silk Touch, right? So, but you can use the Pure Daisy in order to get packed ice. But I've made one of these floating daisies, and if you put water here, it will turn it into snow blocks. And then if you take the snow blocks, you can run them through the solidification chamber here with water. Add some water in there and put your snow blocks in there, and it will produce the ice. And of course, you know, packed ice is, you need 2 packed ice, so you need 18 of the regular ice. So pretty straightforward to do. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on with my drawer there. But oh, that's the wrong one. So what you have to do here is, you know, just I'll probably put too much in there. You know, this creates your flux dust here, so it's a bit of a process. Yeah, so you're gonna have to have a lot of obsidian. Now, once I find crying obsidian, I won't need to do this because I can put crying obsidian under here, and it'll generate regular obsidian, and then I won't have to go through this and do this process. But until I can get the crying obsidian, that's how I'm generating the obsidian. So if you're playing this pack, just keep in mind you're going to need a lot of obsidian, especially if you're going to go with the flux network. So if you're, you know, if you need to create a points, which you're going to need to create points for, you know, of course you have your flux plug, right? That generates the actual network. And see, I've got the wireless charging going here. So that'll set up your network. But, you know, in order to power your machines, for example, you're going to need a flux plug. So, yeah, and all of that's going to require flux dust, which is basically processed obsidian. So you're going to need a lot of obsidian in this pack. And, of course, you know, for making the upgrades, for example, you're going to need that and stuff. So, yeah, there's a lot of uses for obsidian in this pack. See, look at all these animals. I don't even have a passive mob farm. I don't need one. I don't need a passive mob farm because I get animals spawning here all the time. It's crazy. By the way, make yourself an osmium Paxo. Look at the attack damage on that. 14. And osmium armor. Look at my armor bars. It's a diamond level armor. And osmium, you get an absolute ton of this stuff. You get a ton of osmium. I've got so much. It's just crazy. It's just crazy. Anyway, so I just kind of wanted to share that with you. Yeah, this is a good pack. So if you like playing the sky blocks, definitely check into this. It's in the FTB launcher. So I appreciate it, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye now. Hello, everybody.